y'all, I am Hope at Crafty Hope and welcome. Today is day 46 of ICAD. It is a 61-day challenge that comes from Tammy Garcia of Daisy Yellow. ICAD means index card a day, and Tammy encourages us to create on an index card every day for those 61 days. So, like I said, it is day 46. Tammy has weekly themes and daily prompts. Today, her prompt is orange. And also, my friend Dina Wakely has some mixed media ICAD prompts, and her prompt today is receipt. Now, initially, I thought I wouldn't use either one of those. I'm not a big fan of orange, but then I remembered I had a couple of orange colors I had seen in my stash the other day. One is from Target, and it's called Carrot, and it's really more of a yellow. And so, but I pulled it out because it's called Carrot, and carrots are orange-ish. I mean, there's some that are other colors, but whatever. I also pulled out the Dina Wakely acrylic paint in Cheddar, which I bought that because, well, like I said, I don't like orange, but I love cheese. So, yeah, I bought it because it's called Cheddar. So I pulled those two out, and Nina Fickett's mixed media prompt today was receipt, and at first I didn't think I was going to use that either. But then I said, let me look in my scrap boxes and see what I've got. And I found this rent receipt. It's not even scrap, it was a whole receipt. That's a blank receipt. Found a whole book of like blank receipts that are vintage, I guess. And yeah, so that happened to be in my scrap box. And I thought, that's perfect. I will use it as part of my scrap, because I have been trying to work through these two scrap boxes I have so that I'm not creating more scrap that need to go in boxes. So I collaged that receipt down along with some other scraps I had, some book pages and a security envelope, and I think there's some tissue paper, and I don't even know what else. So I used my Oohoo glue stick to get that all down and decided I wanted to go ahead and add a little color to this. I didn't want orange to be the dominant color on there. I don't work well with that. So I said, let me start with something else. So I grabbed a distress crayon in, I think it's Mermaid Lagoon. Yes, it's a beautiful teal blue color that I love. So I scribbled that in a couple spots. And then I'm just using a wet paintbrush to kind of move that around and get that color on there just kind of faintly. I didn't want to cover up all of these scraps. I know that they are kind of awesome, and there are a lot of y'all out there that do like seeing those scraps. So I did that. I'm gonna try this super quick. It wasn't super wet. And then I grabbed that carrot, and like I said, it's more of a yellow, and it was a little icky on the inside. And I grabbed a small paintbrush, and I really wasn't sure what I was gonna do once I got the paint on the paintbrush. And then I just made some X's. I don't know. I thought, hey, that'll be fun. And I really like these. I don't use big X's or big mark making a whole lot. So, yeah, these are a lot of fun. And they had no purpose, just some big yellow orange X's. And I'm going to go over them a second time just because it felt a little transparent and I wanted that color to kind of pop a little bit more. So I'm doing that real quick. And I think I tried this again, maybe? I'm not sure. We're gonna see. Huh? Oh no, I scribble. I've got my chunky Papermate pencil there, and I'm just gonna add some scribbles for a little bit of movement across the card. And I'm picking my stuff up and moving things around and thinking. And I think I end up, no, I am gonna try it. And then I grab my cup of, it's dried up instant coffee. You say I moved it around a little bit there. I don't know, I may have been talking to my husband at the same time. But I reconstituted that instant coffee and grabbed that wet paintbrush again, and I'll do a little bit of splatter on here. And I thought I was going to be done. I put my paintbrush up, and I look at it, and I'm like, I don't know. What else do I want to do? So I grab that paintbrush again and decide to do some drips with that coffee. So I get where it's the wettest, and I start by putting a couple of marks, and I was like, no, that's not what I want. So I just put the coffee super wet along the top of the card and let it drip down. I'm letting gravity kind of pull it, and I'm helping it a little by picking some spots that I could add, some that's extra juicy. So I let that go and then wipe up. I didn't want it all over everything because that coffee sometimes can be a little sticky. I don't know why. And then I dry that. I start to dry it a bit, and then I decide, no, I really want some actual orange. So I grab that cheddar and wet it, and I'm gonna splatter it as well on the card. So there's more of an orange on there. Now it's funny that I use the blue and the orange on here because they are across from each other on the color wheel, so that kind of works. So after I get that dry, I reach back into my scrap box. I knew I had this little bit of torn jean in there, and so I pull it out. I'm trying to tear it down. It's right where the seam is. It was bulky, so I wanted just a smaller piece. I knew that would be good to back a sentiment of some kind, so I'm cutting it down so it's not so scraggly. And I also had found, I think, coming out of my scrap box was this little piece of rusted fabric, which I thought, hey, that's orange too. So, yep, because I seriously thought maybe I'll just put some rusted fabric on here and that could be orange. But no, the scrap came out when I pulled out that jean, and I thought, that's fine, I'll back that on there too. And so I messed around with that for a while and then reached down and grab a couple of pages from some old books. And I'm looking through them. I looked through them a while. I cut some of that out so y'all didn't have to see me painstakingly look at words. And I found a couple little phrases I liked and wasn't sure if I was going to have them work together or not, but I do. So the first one I found was, I shall be most happy. And then the other phrase I saw that I liked was bright, glad, joyous, jubilant world. So I'll cut that out as well. I'm trying to find it again because I had seen it when I first picked up the paper, but then I lost it. So I was trying to find it and trying to see if I could find the words like in this, and I found in the. So I cut out and I made the phrase, I shall be most happy in the bright, glad, joyous, jubilant world. So the world doesn't feel quite that way right now, but yeah, I thought it was a nice little found word, found poetry kind of thing to put on my page. So I'm gonna cut those out. I'm really sloppy when it comes to cutting, especially this finer, smaller text. So it's a little sloppy. That's just what it is. And I'll use my Oohoo glue stick to stick down the words to that little bit of jeans. And then I'll use some matte gel medium to stick down the fabrics to each other and then to the card because it's a little bit heavier. It needs something a little more something something. First, I got to straighten up my words. So, and that may not, I don't know, the words may not make sense, but does it have to? It's just art. It doesn't have to completely make sense. It just has to mean something to me. So I am using that. I hope y'all are having a fabulous Saturday. I don't know what mine's gonna hold. It's probably gonna rain because it's done nothing but rain for days. And if it doesn't rain early in the day, it rains late in the day. So we've got some yard work to do, and I want to do some more art and all kinds of stuff. But what are your plans for this weekend? So at some point, I'm hoping to float in the pool. We'll see. We'll see. All right, I have that stuck down. And y'all, I set it aside and I thought I was done. And then I was like, no, I need something else dark. That jean is just too dark on its own. So I grabbed some Payne's Gray acrylic paint, just a little tiny bit, and watered it down and grabbed that same paintbrush. And I'm just going to make a couple of little dashing marks on here just to bring a darker color in here and make that bit of jeans not feel like a sore thumb. You know, I wanted it to have some dark colored friends on there or something. So I'll do that, make those marks, and then I'm going to dry it. And I try pressing it with my little weight thing you see there, but I cannot keep it from curling. These index cards want to curl so bad. All right, that is my card for today. I hope you like it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and come back tomorrow. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.